Hello, I'm Dr. Jonathan Martinez, director of the Pente Lab. The aim of our lab is to address mental health disparities in care for underserved communities, particularly the Latino community. We've received funding from the National Institutes of Health to develop a multimedia psychoeducational toolkit. The aim of the toolkit is to increase mental health literacy, decrease stigma, and encourage people to seek help. One of the materials we'll be discussing today is a mental health video we produced titled Victor Luna, My Journey into Mental Health Care. Our lab has researched this video and premiered it to a variety of different audiences, including community members, providers, and CSUN students, and they've raised some interesting comments and questions and dialogue around the video. So what we'd like to do today is do a commentary of sorts, where we're diving deeper into the video, dissecting some of its themes, and ultimately giving you insight into our intentions for producing this video. I hope you enjoy.
All right, right through here, Victor. 5 minutes and we're up, Luca.
Victor Luna, how are you?
Hello.
So it was important in the casting that we hire bilingual actors because we wanted to produce this video in both English and Spanish. The cast was fantastic in their ability to do just
Consider this
that.
as a friendly environment. So if during the interview you feel you want to stop just for a break.
Our research lab was also looking at different story structures for how to communicate this message.
Are you ready?
And we landed on this hybrid format where we're doing a testimonial, but also some narrative storytelling.
Let's go back. Take me to the beginning.
So we see older Victor giving a testimonial of sorts, reflecting back on his struggles when he was in high school and what prompted him to get help.
For years, I tried to ignore it.
And these testimonial formats are really powerful for communicating a message that people are not alone.
Mom says if you don't come down for breakfast, she's gonna throw your eggs in the trash.
Whatever.
We also wanted to do a narrative storytelling format to depict his family, where we can see some of their misconceptions around what was going on with Victor. So we see here Victor sleeping in, a sign of depression, and his parents are really just trying to figure out what's going on. Mom's just doing what she can do to control the situation, which includes cooking for him. She's noticing he's not eating. Another sign of depression.
Is when all the bad thoughts happen.
Thank you for that.
And unfortunately, Dad is communicating a message that is common for parents when they see their kids struggling.
You're lazy. If you had a purpose, like a job, you wouldn't have time to feel sorry for yourself.
They think sometimes it's due to being lazy or being unmotivated or just lacking purpose or drive, not really understanding what's going on as a mental health issue.
I mean, you don't even play video games. We used to play all the time. ¿Qué pasó? What do you want? ¿Qué necesitas?
We also see some disagreement between the parents about how to handle the situation.
What you want to hear?
Yes. This is exactly what I want to hear.
All right, well, what else do you want to know?
What happened next?
I disconnected.
We actually shot this on campus at CSUN. We wanted to make it look like a high school. Some of the extras in the background are actually CSUN Pente Lab students.
Point. Not quite.
Also, the production crew did an amazing job. We really wanted to veer away from kind of this old school VHS type format, really give it the Hollywood treatment, make it have this cinematic feel to it. I'm really happy with how it looks. That was due to the director of photography, John Garania, and the camera operator, Alejandro Echeverria.
I can't believe he's doing this to us again.
The night before the party, I decided to go out with some friends. I'm sure you know how that goes. We started drinking, and I got smashed. Yeah, it was bad.
We see Victor is doing what he can to manage his anxiety and depression, which many times is drinking alcohol. For many males and Latino males, that's many times a way of managing some of the pain that they're internally having is by using these maladaptive ways of coping. literally a way to
I had the worst
escape
hangover of my life.
the situation
so
which
bad I
Victor
couldn't
found
even leave my
himself
friend's
and
house.
kind of hid from his
I just
family.
hid there all day.
What happened to the party?
Well, I never made it to the party. It pretty much turned
We
into
see
a
that
surf
Victor, an older Victor, has benefited from therapy. He's
ruined a
reflecting
very
back and he's
special day.
making the connections and connecting the dots
my
to
anxiety.
why he drank too much.
Yeah.
And really it was his
I
outlet.
did
But
it
now,
because I didn't
benefiting
want to
from
face
therapy, he
anyone,
has other more
and it gave me
adaptive
a
ways of
reason to
coping.
hide.
I see. So what happened next?
I finally decided to talk to someone.
The school context was really important to convey, where we know that up to 80% of youth that suffer from mental health actually get help within the context of schools. So that was an important setting that we wanted to depict. We see Victor kind of struggling whether he even wants to get help here. And unfortunately, when we look at Latino and Black youth, they're much less likely to seek mental health help, even though they have the same level of mental health needs as their white counterparts. And this is really the goal of our lab, to address these mental health disparities.
Okay, let's stop here, Victor. I definitely want to get to the rest because this is very important. But let's take a quick 5.
So this was meant to be a 5-part series where this first part really ends with Victor realizing that he needs help.
That's the best part of the story.
But we found that we can tell these stories in different ways, in different formats. So we see some key statistics. Unfortunately, 1 in 6 US youth suffer from mental health disorders, yet only half of them actually get help for their mental health needs. And unfortunately for Black and Brown families, they're much less likely to access services and also remain in services compared to their white counterparts, even though they have the same levels of mental health need. I'm really happy with how this video turned out. The cast and crew really did an amazing job. We have received really positive feedback from the community and really connecting with this piece of video. So our intention was to produce mental health content in both English and Spanish and do it in a culturally responsive, evidence-based way, and make it easy for the community to digest some of these themes around confusion and understanding and what prompts people to get help, and that it's a struggle many times. So this is a video I'm very proud of, and I want to thank you for joining us today. I hope I was able to effectively communicate some of those deeper themes and that you're able to digest this video and really see our intentions for what we wanted to do for disseminating this video to the community. Thank you, and go to puentelab.com for more mental health content and resources.